All right. All right. First and foremost, I want to say, call Lord, how about Shimmy outside? I just said it's all praise to the Father in the name of the Son. Excuse my blurry, it's clearing up. But I also want to say, how about Shimmy outside, Barakatah, or Most High in Christ bless. I'm just gonna go right into it. Hopefully, this lesson is edifying, man. But I went in this at camp on Friday, man, and I haven't been doing as many lessons. Haven't been able to get the camera out there for camp. I may tune back on the 3 lessons a week, but I'm trying to get in the spirit again of just doing 3 a week if the Lord allow me to, man. But I'm gonna definitely be hitting at least 1 a week as these lessons start to dwindle down, man. Um, Still been making effort to go out there on the block week in and week out. It's been cold, Buffalo got some gruesome weather, man. It was negative, what, 2 on Saturday, so we didn't go out in Buffalo, but I was out in Buffalo on Friday night. Then had a camera out. So we are putting in the effort, still doing the work when weather permitting. But if the weather not permitting, I'm not gonna be out there. I have been. I plan on going out this weekend. No excuses, man. The work gonna get done. Whether it's inside or if we are on the block, but we still getting the work done. So without further ado, let's go into the second Timothy chapter 3, verse 1, and know this, that in the last days perilous, right? It says perilous time shall come. Now I got this before, right? This was actually, I think, in my last video I did on the channel about I don't know, something about, can't really remember the name of the lesson, but it was the last video on the channel, man. But perilous basically mean full of danger or risk, man. Right? So in these last days, it's dangerous times, man. Even if we go here, man. Let's go here. Right. So 2 Timothy 3 and 1 with this word perilous in the Greek, which is chapelos. Basically mean fierce, perilous, hard to do, to approach, hard to bear, troublesome, dangerous, harsh, fierce, savage, man. So these are the times we're living in, man. Savage times is here, man. Right? These young men want to call themselves savages and all this stuff, man. And we know in the time that we living in, man. And it is crazy to think that it's just the days and age that we under right now, man, and it's only gonna get worse when you think about it, man, because really nothing is happening for some, right? But it's gonna get much worse, man. The Hispanics going through it. Some of the natives catching slack with that, or catching the same fate, and even light-skinned brothers, man, is catching that same fate. And now with in Minnesota, man, you got the blacks catching it because the Somalians is under it now, man, which is just everything that's going on out there, man. It's a continuous cycle that's ongoing, man. So this is second Esdras chapter 5, verse 8, and it says, there shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be off sent out again, and wild beasts shall change their places, and menstruous women shall bring forth monsters, man. All right, so these young men are monsters, man, and women, and little girls too, man. Right? They monsters, man. They wild. They savagery, man. Right? Like this word perilous goes into, man. Right? So it says, men shall be lovers of their own selves, man. Right? Let's get into that really quick. Right? Men loving of their own selves. Right? This would come to mind. Right? Salakia. Is it in here? The love of many shall wax cold. So this is Matthew 24 and 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold, right? The men shall be lovers of their own selves, man. And also let's go into here to just see, right? This is Matthew 24:3, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming, and the end of the world, or the last days, as another way to say it, man. This is the same type of iteration. One is talking about the last days, one is talking about the end of the world. And it says that men shall be lovers of them own selves. And verse 12 says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And this actually is going to go into another part of it, just how 2 Esdras 5 went into it, right? But we're going to continue on, right? Covetous, man, right? Basically, let's go into that, right? Because we could go right into that. Oh, wait. We is here. Slot. I got two blue letter Bibles open. But we're just gonna go to covetous, which basically mean one is something that somebody else has, or basically one what your neighbor got, man. And covetous, man, loving money, avarice, right? Do not covet your neighbor's things, man. Let's get this covetous out of here, man. Because I might be wrong. Right, covetous means having or showing a great desire to possess something belonging to someone else, man. So the word in the Greek basically means loving money, avarice. Let's go to this in the Greek again, man. Yeah. So basically, I wouldn't go with this loving money, but it's wanting to have what your neighbor has, man. Right? Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Let's actually just get it instead of talking about it, right? I'm gonna get another one. I don't want to go there since I'm here. Right. So this Exodus 20 and 17. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor. So wanting anything that ain't yours, or that's your neighbor's or your brother's or somebody else's, man, that's being covetous, man. Right, which is breaking the 10 Commandments. So men are covetous, wanting what they can't, what isn't theirs, pretty much, man. Right, and the example I used at camp on Friday was that this is going into Glorilla's sister, man, and basically how I went into Finesse 2 times 2 and his mother, man, and how they believe that they entitled to what they brothers or their family have, man, but that you just kind of being covetous, and that in a way it's not really supposed to be that way, but it is what it is, man, because they want what the next person got without working for it, man. Right? And boasting or boasters basically mean being proud, man. Right? And I think that's actually in here, right? Yeah, it ain't in there. Oh no, okay, boasters. So let's get the Greek word for boasters, because I don't want to go into that. But being boastful, basically, bragging about things that you have, right? Boaster, an empty pretender, a boaster, right? Braggart, boaster. So bragging, man. I was gonna go into Proverbs, but I'm not gonna go into Proverbs just yet because it's the next one, right? So going back into the 2 Timothy 3 and 2 where we left off, it says proud, man. And now we're gonna go to this, right? So Proverbs 16:19, right? It says, better it is to be of an humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud, man. I could go up to verse 18. Pride or being proudful, man. Pride goeth before destruction, man. And it said, what shall befall us in the last days, Salakia, or in the last days. This is the things that's happening in the last days. And in these last days, many people are prideful or proud, right? So it says pride goeth before destruction. That's what's coming next is destruction, man. And in haughty spirit before a fall. Right, so you don't want to be proud or you don't want to be boastful, man. Right, and it says, blasphemers, right? And to bring up finesse 2 times again, man, he went into saying F God. Let's see. Let's see if we can pull this up real quick, guys. And let me see if I can capture this. Yeah, I can't capture it with this, but I can capture it with this. Right? So let's go here. Actually, I could probably just capture it like this. I'm the devil. Y'all don't understand it. I'm the devil. Me. I got kicked out of here on some bullshit. God didn't feel me. I kicked it too real. Nigga, fuck God. You see that? Blasphemous, man. He said he the devil, and he said F God, man. Shit going on, nigga. And all the motherfuckers who lying to me, who don't feel that bitch ass shit that God got going on. It's crazy, man. He said that bitch ass shit that God got going on, man. Excuse me. I don't want to say nothing crazy, but just quoting what he said, man, like, it's wild, man. Right? This bring up a precept of mine. I don't really want to go too far from that, man, because I may have to get back in there. But I think it's right, because this kind of where it come from when I think about it, right? But Second Peter 3:9, it says the Lord is not slack concerning His promise, as some men count slackness, right? But is long suffering. He's long suffering. He gonna make us go through this. To us, we're not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance, man. It's crazy. And he said God wants us to turn the other cheek when a nigga slap us. Yeah, man, because we're supposed to be compassionate towards one another. But then, this is where it is, man. For men shall be lovers of them own selves, man. This is what it's going into, man. Blasphemous, man. Right? And even going into this, man, right, we could get another one real quick, man, because who's the ultimate blasphemer, man? Right, so we gotta get this like I got at camp. Revelation 2:9, it says, I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. It's talking about us, right, the Israelites. And some camps will say that the rest of this is also about Israelites, but just going into the false house, the false Jewish man, right? So it says, and I know the blasphemy of them would say they are Jews, right? These are talking about the false Jews because they're blasphemous, man, right? But these visits of Pepe, right, and all the practices and satanic rituals, man. Let me even get this on the screen here, right? And try and get this pulled up real quick, because I did have the brother Tim share me some in my inbox. Of course, Facebook gonna be slow. This is my other Facebook. Good thing I did that, because I don't want this to happen, right? So let's go to the other Facebook profile. Right, and then I'm just getting this video real quick so I can. My bad, I don't want to give all this stuff out, man. I don't want to get all my shit going out like this, man. Hold on. Alright, okay, here we go. All that just for this little video.
From the outside, you appear to be a nice Jewish fellow. Does everyone else think it's a nice
You can see the words down here.
From the outside, you appear to be a nice Jewish fellow.
Definitely.
And you all are worshiping the devil inside the home?
Right.
Worshiping the devil.
There's other Jewish families.
No, hold on. Let's go back real quick. Let me just pull this down and pull this over here real quick, right? And it says, and I know the blasphemy of them would say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue or the chief house of Satan, man. Right? They worship Satan, man. Right? Just a little bit of context for this video I'm putting in here.
Across the country. It's not just my own family.
Really? That you don't have to give us the gory details, but what kinds of things are going on in the family?
Well, there would be rituals in which babies would be sacrificed, and you would have to,
Sacrificing babies.
Those babies.
there were people who bred babies in our family. No.
And they sacrificing their own babies
I
too.
would know about it. A lot of people were overweight, so we couldn't tell if they were pregnant or not, or they would supposedly go away for a while and then come back.
So, you witnessed the sacrifice?
Right. When I was very young, I was forced to participate in that, in which I had to sacrifice an infant.
And the purpose of sacrifice is to bring you what? What are you sacrificing for?
For power.
Power.
The fact that the
And we're not gonna listen to whoever that is, man. But these are things we seeing, man. Blasphemer, man. Right? Saying they are the children of God, right? But they're not, man. Right? Thinking they the children of God, but they're truly not, man. Let me get this one real quick. Right? Y'all wouldn't have got that even if I guessed it. I gotta get it though. I got it written down. I gotta start remembering this verse exactly. So this is Jeremiah. Oh my goodness. Jeremiah 16 and 19. It says, O Lord, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in a day of afflictions. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit. So them saying they are the Jews and continually giving unto these fake Jews, man. That's things that is no profit. They thinking that they by paying for the Holocaust that's gonna make amends for whatever, but it's no profit, man. Right? It's vanity, lies, man. Right? So this is just the things that we seeing, man. It's very blasphemous, man. Right? And it says disobedient to parents. We see this on an ongoing basis, man. And even going back to the second Esdras chapter second Esdras chapter 5 verse 8, it says, and menstruous women shall bring forth monsters, right? That's another verse that I can't remember off the top of my head, man. But it goes into this type of thing, man. Where I don't know, man. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, no, I'm not sure what it is, but it's another verse where it's talking about the children is gonna be wicked out here in these last days, man. But they monsters, man. Disobedient to parents, man. Right? Unthankful and unholy, man. And this is very common, man. We see this on in these last days, man. Going day to day, man. Right? And it says without natural affection, and this is happens to some of us even in the truth, man. We don't have that natural affection because we were never shown that type of natural affection, man. Truth bakers, not one that can't keep their word, man. False accusers, right? And I'm gonna just go into it. Hold on, let me just Google it. I don't have it worded properly, but yeah, it's Deuteronomy 19. So, like, if you're a false accuser, man, you're gonna have to to be judged by the thing that you accuse somebody of. Deuteronomy 19:16, and it says, if a false witness rise up against a man to testify against him that which is wrong, then both the men between whom the controversy is shall stand before Yahweh, before the priest, and the judges which shall be in those days, and the judges shall make diligent inquisition, and behold, if the witness be a false witness and have testified falsely against his brother, then you shall do unto him as he had thought to be done unto his brother. So shall you put the evil away from among you, man. Right? And those which remain shall hear and fear, and shall thenceforth commit no more any such evil among you. And thine eye shall not pity, but life shall go for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot. Right? So even these false accusers with women, man, false accusing men and saying that they've been raped or whatever, and they falsely testifying, man, they gonna have to. Sometimes it's gonna be death, man, because in certain cases, man, it was death, man, and things of that nature, man. But even men saying that, falsely testifying and saying this man did this or whatever, he stole from me, whatever, man, right? And like Esau with what's his name? Emmett Till, man, right? Them men put Emmett Till to death for the woman that falsely testified against Emmett Till, man. That woman would have had to die, man, because they put her to death, so she would have to face that same consequence, man, right? And incontinent, I think that basically means stupid, but let's just get that definition. That's what I did say at camp, right? Having no insufficient voluntary control over lacking self-constraint, uncontrolled, so wild, man, unchecked, ungoverned, uncurbed, unsuppressed, unfettered, untrammeled, uncontrollable, ungovernable, man, right? So you don't have any restraint, you can't control yourself, man, right? And even if we go in here, right, where we left off in this Greek, I always say Hebrew for some reason, even though it's not Hebrew all the time. We're going to go into that word in the Greek for incontinent, which means without self-control, intemperate, right? Powerless, without self-control, man. Incontinent. So basically, you don't have no self-will. You don't know how to control yourself, man. And that's what that goes into, incontinence. So now I got to remember that and just move forward, right? And fierce, right? Let's actually go into the curses of Deuteronomy. Right, and get an example of this real quick, man. Right, Deuteronomy 28, and obviously, if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. We're gonna get into it though. Deuteronomy 28, verse 54. Right, so that the man that is tender among you, right? We used to deal very tender with each other, very kind, very delicate, right? His eyes shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. So fierceness, man, right? Anger, man, right? Let's go into this in the Greek, just because, man, fierce, right? Which is animus, right? Which not tame, savage, fierce, and that word savage keep on popping up, man, right? A lot of our people like to call themselves savage, man, right? Or like it's just you could be angry, man, or fierce, man. Let's actually go into the word. Google, right? Because fierce is having a display of intense or ferocious aggressiveness, man. Ferociousness, savage, vicious, wild, feral, untamed, man. Yeah, we're not gonna go into that. Undomesticated, aggressive, bloodthirsty, dangerous, cruel, brutal, murderous, menacing, threatening, terrible, grim, cutthroat, right? Competitive, keen, intense, strong, relentless. And you could think about when you playing basketball, man, right? When you're on the basketball court and everybody just want to fight when they don't get their call or whatever, man. That's the example that comes to mind when I think of fierce, man, right? Despisers of those that are good, right? And when I think of this, man, they don't want to hear the truth, man. And I got a precept, Slovakia. I need to just start doing this on the screen. because every time I do it, I just want to go on my phone for it. But right, so this Isaiah chapter 30 verse 10 would say unto the seer, see not, and to the prophets prophesy not unto us right things, but speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. They do not Salakia, they despise those that are good. Got another one. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta get that. I'm sorry. I got it. 2 Ezra 7. Right? So 2 Ezra 7. Let's get that. 2 Ezra chapter 7 verse 20. And it says, for there be many that perish in this life, because they despise the law of God that is set before them, right? So there's a lot of people who despise the law of God, man. This has gotta be another one. Wait, this is another one here. 8:56, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, so 2 Ezra chapter 8 verse 56, man, and this is kind of going into us again, man. It says, for when they had taken liberty, so when we got technically not really but freed, man, they despised the Most High, thought scorn of his law, and forsook his ways, man. Right, and moreover, they have trodden down his righteous, right, and said in their heart that there is no God, yea, and that knowing they must die, man. They gonna die, man, right? Right. Hold on, I gotta get another verse, man. I think it's Psalm 92:6, but no, it's not. But it is what it is, right? You're just going to keep on flowing with the Spirit. So this is Psalm 53 verse 1. The fool have said in his heart, there is no God. Corrupt are they, and have done an abominable iniquity. There is none that doeth good, man. They are despisers of good things, man. Right? Despisers of those that are good, man. Right? They have done corruptible works, man. Traitors, man. They basically same thing as truce breakers, but traitors. Let's actually go into that in the Greek as well. Right? So we can see what this is, man. Right? Betrayer, man. Traitors, man. They will stab you in the back, right? Giving forward into another's, the enemy's hands, a surrender, betrayer, traitor. And now we got to go into here, man, where we kind of left off, man. Matthew 24:9. Then they shall deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Right? And then many shall be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another, man. Right? The love of many waxing cold. So this is what traitors going into, man. And let's actually go into this next one for heedy, right? Which I think is another word for kind of like proud, but rashly, heedy, to fall forwards, headlong, sloopy, precipitously, precipitate, rash, reckless. Let's go to this here, right? Intoxicating of strong or exhilarating effect, and it's not really anything that I would say there, man. But yeah, man. So basically going back into this, man. Basically very rash. And I really want to know how to go about explaining this, to be completely honest, man. But high-minded, man, pretty much. But nah, that's not really the same thing, because the next word there is high-minded. But I think there would be another way to say it, proud, man. To be proud, be filled with pride, high-minded. Basically thinking You are better than everybody, man. And I was in a situation where I told somebody, I'm gonna be humble. I'm not gonna teach my children to think they better than the next person, or they the best, or that they this and that, man. Because we not the best, man. We not nothing, man. Right? And to be thinking that you the best to ever do anything, man, that start to lead to your demise, man. Right? And being high minded or thinking that you the best, man, that start to lead to people showing you that you're not the best. And the perfect example of this is LeBron James, man. LeBron James thinks that he's the best, and then time and time again, people show him that he's not, man. Right? Especially in this day and age where he's 41 years old, trying to still say that he's still the GOAT, man. But let's go get into. I don't really want to get into basketball too much, but 2011 with the Dallas Mavericks, he got humbled by a little white dude, man, JJ Barea, man. Right? Or he getting humbled time and time again, against Stephen Curry, man. Right? You let this man beat you two times, man. Right? So, and then they literally saying that he's better now, man, because Curry, obviously, he's a better player, man, because he influenced the game to what it is today. LeBron ain't influenced nothing, and he want to call himself the king, but now he's falling from his seat, man. So we see this a lot, though, with a lot of people. They high-minded, man, and lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God, man. Want to be high all the time, want to do what you got to do, man, and want to be in your own state of mind, want to be drunk, want to be all up in your things, man. You love pleasures, man, more than you love the Most High, man. All right, and it says having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. Right, and let's continue. Let's get what comes to mind with that. Right, if I'm not mistaken, it's this one. Right, so this is Romans chapter 12, verse 1. I hope it ain't that. It's gotta be either Romans 10. Right, Romans 10. Okay, so this Romans 10 and 2. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge, right? For being ignorant of God's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness, and have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of God, right? And it says, having a form of godliness, they think they are God's chosen, right? Hold on, I'm looking for something. So they say they love God, man, but they really don't really love God, man, and that's gonna be Matthew 15, man. Right, having a form of godliness. So they say they love God, man, but their heart is far from Him, man. Right. So this Matthew 15, verse 8. But this people draw nigh unto me with their mouth, right, and honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. But in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. This is Christianity in its fullest right here. Let's get this one too, man. Right, so this Isaiah chapter 29, verse 13, it says, wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by precept of men. Right, so we literally seeing that they fear, or they love, or they what they think is love, man, is taught by the precepts of men, or the words of men, man. Right, the doctrines of men. Right, this is how they have a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away from the ways of the Most High, man. For of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive women captive, and lead captive silly women laden with sins, and led away with diverse lusts, right? Ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of truth, right? So this here, man, we seeing this on a day-to-day, especially in Christianity, man. They tell you, hey, give me 10%, give me this, give me that, and I'll give you a blessing, man. Or you ain't gonna get nothing if you don't pay your tithes, man. They leading away leading captive silly women, man, because they telling them to pay in for something that they're not gonna receive, man. This is what we seeing, man, and this is why Christianity is at its height in these days, man. right? Everywhere you go, you seeing these women want Christianity, but they don't want the laws of God, man. Right? They want to do Christmas. They want to do what's the one coming up? Valentine's Day. They want to do New Year's. They want to do Easter. They want to do all the things that ain't of the word, but they want to do the things of the world, man. Right? And let's just get one more, man. And it ain't no blame to the women, man, but they don't know any better, man. Right? I think it's 1 Corinthians 7. Oh, hold up. I put the word. Damn, it ain't in there. Oh, maybe I spelled it wrong. 1 Corinthians 7. Non-control. Okay, so this is 1 Corinthians 7:33. But he that is married carry for the things that are of the world, how he may please his wife, man. So it is what it is, man. You turn things away, man, and led away with diverse lusts, man, rather with the things of the world, right? And it says ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of truth, man. Right? It is what it is. I had to bring this out, man, because I really didn't get to be able to get this at camp. I go into tangents a lot when it comes to camp, but I had to bring this out, man. It needed to get addressed. It needed to get talked about. It needed to get brought out on the YouTube channel, man, because it was just what the Spirit called me to do when I sat down to do this lesson, man, on this beautiful Sabbath that I got going today, man. I don't really have too much more that I want to go into, man. We just seeing that this is how the last days are happening, man. This is what we're seeing on the day-to-day. This is continually how it's going. This is continually how it's been processing in our day-to-day operations. This is what we experience, man. This is how we know we're living in the last days, man. And especially the points that I'm addressed about with Christianity, with the way men operate, with the way some of these women operate, man, with just how the ways of the world, man. This is what we see on a day-to-day. And if you don't believe that, prove to me otherwise, man. Right? I don't think anybody would deny that in the last days, these are things that's going on, man. Having a form of godliness, especially, right? Because having a form of godliness, they think they know God, but their hearts are far from it, man. And that's what we see on a day-to-day operation. They think they know God. They think they following the ways. They think that they the sun in this glare right here is killing the video, man. But they think that what they doing is right, man. But their heart is far from God, man. It's continually what we see, and it's continually ongoing, and it will continually persist until that last day, man. So we just need to make sure that we saying true. We need to make sure that we trying to change our ways, man. And I'm actually gonna give one more precept, man, because it's only right that we get this, man. Because it is what it is, man. Right, so this Romans 12:1, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, right? And it said in that, what we got out of here, that they are, Salakia, where was it at? Unholy, man. So we need to be holy, man, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove that what is good and acceptable and perfect will of God. And it says despisers of those that are good, man. We need to prove to ourselves what is good, and not having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, man. We need to be the opposite. We need to be trying to be like this Romans 12:2, man. Right? Finding out what the perfect will of God is, man. Right? That what is good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High, man. So with that, I want to say Shalom, Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Barakatah, EGA, till we see the day. Kwame.